お前はもう死んでいる。
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Trevor Plays here, back again with a new live reaction. We are here with My Hero Academia. It's finally time. We are here with chapter 335, titled Zygotes. And from what I know, I have not seen too much about this chapter. However, I do know that finally the long-awaited UA Traitor is revealed. So, that is what we are getting into today. We're starting off here with All Might holding an egg. Okay. But yes, let's get right into this, and I cannot wait to see what is going on. Deku. Wait, so Star dealt lasting damage to Shigaraki? All Might. Data analysis from the American fighter jets tell us that when Shigaraki stole New Order, it ate away at him from the inside like a poison. Evidence suggests that New Order ravaged a considerable number of the quarks held in his massive library. Jiro and Momo. Okay, so that means right now is the world's best chance to take him out. The mass civilian evacuation effort continues, and all remaining heroes are now on the hunt for the villains. Now we're back with All Might, who said that too. All for One may have suffered the setback, but figuring out his next move is nearly impossible. Whether we find him or he comes to us, full mobilization and all-out war is inevitable. Here's what you're up against. So this is all so we're about to get all the intel on what's going on and what Class A and pretty much everybody else is up against. He may be sidelined for the moment, but Tomura Shigaraki is still the deadliest villain out there. Then, there's All for One himself, his original body. Plus, Dabi, the madman with flames as fierce as endeavors. Young Himiko Toga, a constant thorn in our side. The 6 remaining near high ends. The remnants of the Liberation Front. Then, there are the yet-to-be-apprehended, escaped convicts who serve All for One. Shoji, it's safe to assume the list goes on. Yes, they will likely amass more allies. Meanwhile, less than half of those on our side remain to face this threat. It pains me to say this, just after Star's untimely death in line of duty. But if you hope to protect anything you hold dear at all, then I would ask you to fortify yourselves using this extension we've been given. Already ahead of ya, says Bakugo yelling at All Might. Uraraka and Ida, what he said. You haven't noticed because you and Deku left the school, All Might. And when you do return, you leave without a moment's notice. And then we have Ojiro. In the wake of Gunga and Jaku, we've been doing intensive training with the Pussycats. As much as we can without, leaving the dorms. And then Minetta's like, why are you changing here? Because you see Ojiro putting on his coat. Tokoyami and Mina, where Midoriya goes, we follow, undaunted. We shall fight until Shigaraki has fallen. Not daunted at all, says Mina. Gachan and the others even agreed to spar with me, to help me complete One for All. Huh? I never said that. Did some prison breaker rip your ears off? I thought you'd changed, says Sato. All I want to know is how much punch my new cluster move moves are packing. Taking on One for All is just another box to tick on the path to Shigaraki and All for One. That's right. That was Shoto who said, that's right. Kirishima and Sero. Hey, don't forget to beat the snot out of me, too. You ain't ready to give up the title of Resident Punching Bag. Nah, I just need to take some good pounding if I want to get if I ever want to get harder. Oh boy, that is some phrasing right there, Kirishima. Whew. All right. We gotta honor Star's last wishes. Why don't we take this out to the courtyard? How dare that piece of crap take my star from me? Star fought for all of us, Mineta. Well, shall we begin my wards? The Zygotes I met that day have long since hatched. They refused to succumb to the raging storm, and now they spread their wings to reassure me. All for one, I'll say it again. You made a foolish move. Those foolish villains picked the wrong fight, because Class 1A is a mighty force to behold. Know that, all for one. We have Shigaraki. Ah! Worry not, my other self. All will be well. Your quirk factors are simply worn and weary after that fracas within you. Kill, kill, kill them all! Hate them! As long as a single person still remembers All Might's stupid face, I'll never know peace from this torment. Our minds are fusing. I can sense that much. That violent rage. Yes, I share Tomura's hatred now. There. This is all for the best. New order refused to be stolen. But we've cleared away what was perhaps our most formidable obstacle. Let that lighten your heart. No sense in dwelling now on a single foiled plot. I'm sorry to have to do this, after all. You're prepping, but the rest of you will need to remain on standby a bit longer. Nah, screw that. Another day of dear old Dad strutting around under the sun. I can't stand it. My dear Toya, we have much in common, you and I. But let me tell you how we differ. Huh? Listen well. When I find myself with a goal, I'm sure to plan out a number of routes to the goal, shall we say. To be exact, I weave my plots years and even decades prior, so that I may employ a viable route when the time comes, a route that inevitably achieves my ends. Now, the advent of my perfected vessel is delayed, and UA has welcomed Izuku Midoriya back into its sturdy walls. But what I have that you lack, Toya, are friends to spare. And we see Toru Hagakure standing there. Now, I am also kind of confused on what this is saying here, because I don't know if this is, a UA traitor per se, but could as well be another part of All for One. To be exact, I weave my plots years or even decades prior, so that I may employ a viable route when the time comes, a route that inevitably achieves my ends. Now the advent of my perfected vessel is delayed, and UA has welcomed Izuku Midoriya back into its sturdy walls. But what I have and you lack Toya are friends to spare. Or maybe she's not. Yeah, she's not a part of All for One per se, but maybe a classified friend. So this was All for One saying this, and Toru just happens to be there. But one of the good things is we finally get to see an outline of her, which, you know, is something. And I've always wondered if her quirk is and always permanently on, or if she can turn it off. And I'm wondering if the reason why she's always invisible, not just because of her name, but is because of this, her possibly being that UA trader that everyone has expected, or least expected, or a red herring to, like I always assumed as well. Also because Horikoshi did kind of forget about the UA trader plot line, but then brought it back. Apparently, is what I'm seeing here, or possibly that's another thing. Is this could be a red herring, and she is doing her job right, and doing her recon stuff, and being invisible, and being quiet, and just doing her job as a hero. You know, she might have found out their hideout or something, or followed them back, or just anything. But maybe not. Maybe this is true. Maybe Toru Hagakure is the UA trader. Or, again, she is possibly doing her job as a hero, and tracking them down. Now, the question is what's going to happen in the next chapter? Well, that we're going to have to find out this weekend, I guess. Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this live reaction. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. Leave some comments down below on what you guys thought. And I really want to know, what do you guys think? Is Toru, is she the UA trader? Or is she not? At this point, I don't entirely know. Because yes, I know she's Invisible Girl. She has less screen time. She has less interactions with everybody. But when she does, they're pretty impactful. And some of the stuff that she does has been kind of weird. So we're not all really entirely, sure of who Toru Hagakure is. But this could lead to her part of the story. I'm not sure. But that's what I want to know. Leave some comments down below in the comment section. And see you guys. Oh yeah, also, if you're new to my channel, please consider hitting the subscribe and notification bell, and I'll see you guys.